Crystal Ball said that if we were invaded, if the United States of America was invaded, Crystal Ball would not fight to defend us. She wouldn't fight to defend this land. She wouldn't fight to defend this nation or this people. If we were invaded, but say North Korea started, Crystal Ball wouldn't. What the hell? There's something else. Some obscure fact I was watching the Jimmy Dore show. That Kurt Metzger was making a joke and he said something about doing his own research, and then Jimmy Dore said, I told you not to do that. Don't you do your own research. And Kurt Metzger got real scared and said, I'm not, Jimmy, I'm not. I'm only listening to whatever it is you're telling me. Okay, Jimmy? I'm not doing any of my own research. I've actually stopped thinking. Since I've had this job for you, I've quit thinking. For you, man. I did it for you.
Well, Dr. Cornel West has announced he's running as a presidential candidate for the People's Party. Watch this.
In these bleak times, I have decided to run for truth and justice, which takes the form of running for president of the United States as a candidate for the People's Party. I enter into quest for truth. I enter into quest for justice. And the presidency is just one vehicle to pursue that truth and justice, what I've been trying to do all of my life.
Well, Dr. West, presidential candidate, joins us now. Dr. Cornel West, welcome to the show. Congratulations on your announcement running for president. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so very much. I want to appreciate the work that you do and the contributions you have already made and continue to make, my dear sister.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so let's start off with you telling us, what is your vision for America? What do you want to bring as candidate that the other candidates that are out there now are not bringing?
I think that I would like to bring a spiritual awakening and a moral reckoning in the face of organized greed and institutional hatred and routinized indifference toward the plight of the vulnerable. So I'm looking at the country through the eyes of my precious...
Cornel West has announced his candidacy for president. Cornel West. Kyle Kulinski once thought that Crystal Ball could bring us all together. I don't think Crystal Ball could do it. Cornel West might be able to. I once thought it actually would take goddamn Camacho, President Camacho from Idiocracy. I think we need Jesse the Body Ventura. We need a goddamn Cornel West. Hello, brethren, friends, colleagues, you wonderful, beautiful people. I'm running for president. I'm running for the presidents. To get for freedom and justice for the people. You wonderful, beautiful people with beautiful souls out there. Cornel West has a great message, encouraging, wonderful. You got still these fucking shit libs that keep on talking about Donald Trump. They put Donald Trump on the fucking name of their fucking headlines and shit. He's been a convicted rapist. $5 million fucking conviction. $5 million conviction. When he went to go finger Jean Carroll, he went and pressed the inside. He curled his fingers when he fingered her. So he pressed the inside of her. And that hurts. I read that hurts. I hear that hurts. But he curled his fingers when he fingered her. $5 million. He also inserted his, not just finger, but his hoo-hoo. That's rape. You're not allowed to stick your hoo-hoo into other people's hoo-hoos. You can't. That's like, I mean, that's rape. So talking about Donald is more of a capitalist consideration than a socialist consideration, comrades. I like TYT when they were sitting there saying, let's not talk about him and ignore him. Let's keep ignoring him. He hasn't won the fucking primary. He just got convicted of fucking rape. You're telling me if Barack Obama got convicted of rape, we'd all just sit down and shut the fuck up, huh? RFK Jr. said he'd lift the Cuban blockade on day one. Bobby Jr. is going to lift the Cuban blockade on day one. So, Cornel West. Let's listen to some more Cornel West.
Working people of all colors, all genders, all sexual orientations, and all regions. And in fact, it's an international vision. I'm concerned about pouring with people all around the world. But I think what we have now is a stranglehold on our politics of two parties, both tied to Wall Street, both tied to Pentagon military industrial complex, both tied to fossil fuel industry interests, both tied to interests that are not centered on those sliced down called everyday people.
Let's go through some of these president candidates. How many people? We got Marianne Williamson. We got RFK. There's blood in the water that shows that Biden is weak. Biden is weak. Biden is weak, which means they're going to see this as a threat to Marianne's campaign. Marianne Williamson was coordinated by the Kalinsky marriage. I think they should embrace it. What I would love to see is for Cornel West and RFK Jr. and Marianne Williamson to all get together. God, could you imagine if Marianne Williamson and RFK and Cornel West all got together and they had one ticket? Cornel, the president, the vice president, Marianne, and then RFK, the Department of State. Department of Defense. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? So you have all these Republican presidential candidates, right? You got Elon Musk, and you got Mike Pence, and you got Chris Christie, and you got the DeSantis, old pudding fingers. You got Tim Scott, and Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy, Asa Hutchinson, and Doug Burgum. Doug Burgum. Who? Good old Doug Burgum. He's the 33rd governor of North Dakota, one of the worst states in the nation.